Sego everyone, Chief Sherri-Lyn Hill here. Nyawa and thank you for tuning in to the weekly Chief and Council radio show. From June 10th to the 13th, Six Nations of the Grand River proudly hosted the Chiefs of Ontario Annual Chiefs Assembly and Regional Chief Election at the Six Nations Sports and Cultural Memorial Center. From the moment the event started, there was a shared sense of excitement as our esteemed guests shared many compliments of hospitality and how well the event was at Six Nations of the Grand River. The regional chief election was historic as 98 chiefs and proxies in the assembly, representing the 133 First Nations across the Ontario region, selected the first ever Haudenosaunee Ontario regional chief in the 50 years of the Chiefs of Ontario Assembly. Congratulations, Abram Benedict from Akwesasne, who is now the Ontario Regional Chief. Following the election, the Chiefs in Assembly passed 16 resolutions, 2 of which I moved on behalf of Six Nations of the Grand River Elected Council, restoring the municipal property tax exemption and supporting for core funding of Indigenous institutes in Ontario from federal government of Canada. The resolutions will now proceed to the new Ontario Regional Chief's Office to be signed and finalized. The event also featured a few social events that were very positive and well attended. A Six Nations Chiefs lacrosse game, Six Nations Tourism Historic Site Tour, the Ontario First Nations Young People's Council Golf Tournament, and of course, the gala to welcome the new Ontario Regional Chief. A special Nyawa thank you to all the staff, community, volunteers, and to everyone who took part in this event. It wouldn't have been the success that it was without all of you. There was a media release on Thursday, June 13th, 2024, called Chiefs of Ontario Select New Ontario Regional Chief. I provided a comment on the release. The media release is read as follows. The Six Nations Elected Council is especially happy about Ontario Regional Chief Benedict's selection on Six Nations of the Grand River Territory. We are looking forward to continue our work with the Chiefs of Ontario office and strengthening our advocacy with Ontario Regional Chief Benedict and our brother and sister First Nations. Sadly, the day of the Ontario Regional Chief selection process was forever tarnished. A group of community members in front of an assembly of over 100 visiting chiefs and proxies from across Ontario First Nations dishonored our flag by removing it from the floor. The same flag is proudly shared by all Haudenosaunee people and communities. SNGREC stood together to extend a sincere apology to our guests for the disrespect shown to everyone. Here is the comment I provided. Overall, this was a very successful and productive time for the Chiefs gathered in Assembly to advance issues for the betterment of our communities. Congratulations once again to the newly chosen Ontario Regional Chief, Abram Benedict. The community knows that the 59th Council, just like previous councils, continue to work hard to get the federal government to give back all the excise tax revenues they have taken from us. Our work on this has successfully gotten to the House of Commons to start a parliamentary study of this issue, which was a big achievement by Six Nations. It shows that our issue is starting to get recognition in Ottawa. The House of Commons Standing Committee extended an invitation to me as Chief to speak as part of a panel of experts. My message will be, our community does not accept taxation. Unfortunately, just days before I was to speak in Ottawa, they have postponed this hearing until September. We will keep you updated on this. So now, Six Nations is also excited about the Stanley Cup in Brandon Montour. Councillor Greg Frazer is here to tell you all about it.
Thank you, Chief. It's Greg Frazer here. As some of you may know or may not know, that I'm on the External Relations Committee. And one of the comments that I just wanted to start before I talk about the watch party is I would just like to say that we were getting some positive feedback from our Chiefs of Ontario, our annual Chiefs Assembly that was held in 6 Stations this week. A lot of the chiefs said it was a positive experience. It had a very large number of chiefs there from across Canada, almost 100, which was a very good turnout. Overall, everyone was pleasantly, I guess, they were all welcomed. All our staff did a fine job. I'd like to thank them. I'd like to just thank Lee Thompson and of course Nathan Wright for putting all this together. It was quite an event, and it was well received. And of course we do have a new regional chief from Akwesasne, a Haudenosaunee member, which is also a very good positive, I would say, result for us. And everyone was left in a very good mood and in a positive way. So I'd like to actually thank all the chiefs for coming out, and all our staff for doing a fine job. They did actually an excellent job. And I'd like to commend all the volunteers too that came out, as well as our police for providing the security. The second topic is, of course, we just had a recent cancellation of our parliamentary committee testimony that we were going to be doing in Ottawa. I know the chief has been well prepared, and we were ready to actually present to the parliamentary committee on taxation, on the effects of excise taxation not coming back to our community. As you know, we are the largest First Nation in Canada. We actually pay a lot of excise taxes, and we were prepared to present a case to where those excise taxes should come back. The first thing is we were going to actually determine the fact that we like to follow Section 87 of the Indian Act, where we have to pay no taxation. That was our number one thrust in our first in the first part of the hearing, and then we would go on to the second part. The last thing I'd like to talk about, of course, I find that a little bit of odd that they would have a cancellation last minute like that, and now they've changed their study to looking into the water. So that was something that was a little odd, that they would change it at such a last minute. The last thing I'd like to talk about is our watch party. I'm all excited. I think everybody, the community, is excited about the watch party being held Saturday night. It's Game 4. It'll be held at the J.C. Hill Elementary Gymnasium, school gymnasium. There, of course, again, like last year, there'll be food, there will be entertainment, and a lot of good fellowship. We also like to recommend or remind people that it's there's donations out for, of course, our lawn signs. There may be some T-shirts left. I know the T-shirts have been selling very well. And also there will be tickets for sale to win I would say it's a sign that lights up that you could fit on the wall. We're going to be raffling that off as well. And hopefully Brandon can bring back the cup to our home, to his home on the reserve. It'll be an exciting game to watch and to attend. Just one last reminder, it will be a non-alcohol, non-cannabis event because we do have young children there. But we're hoping everybody comes out, has a good time, and cheers on Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's see if we can bring the cup home. Over to you, Chief.
Nyawa, thank you for that, Greg. And Nyawa, thank you for all of you for tuning in and listening to the Chief and Council radio show. Until our next episode, take care, be safe, be well, and be kind.